Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with more career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy our podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. And on today's podcast, when you feel like you're being held hostage by an employee, or when you feel like you might be held hostage, or when you just feel really insecure and scared that you might lose a super valuable employee. This podcast is for all of those topics. You know, most of us that have been supervisors or business owners at some point, we've had really awesome people that perform really well. And at some point you get worried. You're like, man, if I lose Mary, wow, we're in trouble. Like, what are we going to do without Mary? Right? Most of you listening to this have been in that situation. Super scary. Oh my God, Mary's tied to this. Mary's tied to that. She has access to this, access to that. She's tied to this customer or whatever. You're afraid meteors are going to hit the earth if Mary leaves, right? Here's my tip on this topic. If you're feeling that way about any employee, I would encourage a couple of things. Number one, I would make sure that there's cross-training happening with anything Mary knows how to do. Right? Anything Mary's doing, make sure somebody else is getting trained on how to do that and has access to things she has access to. So that's the first thing I would do. Secondly, even if Mary's performing really well and you never want to lose her, it wouldn't hurt to actually interview backup candidates for that job, or at least establish relationships with professionals that are like Mary, just in case you need to call them someday. Right? You know, have casual conversations with candidates that are similar. Most of you network on a regular basis. You're at functions or you're at a trade show or whatever. Just establish good relationships with people similar to her that also do, you know, roles like her in other companies. Have those relationships and just know people that you can call. The point of the podcast is, as a business owner or as a supervisor, you should never lay your head down at night on your pillow and be scared or be held hostage by an employee. Always protect yourself and give yourself a backup plan. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. We truly hope you find our material helpful and entertaining. And while our podcast can be heard across most platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud, you can become a supporter of this podcast by visiting our show on the platform Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Riderflex. You can also send us your questions or suggested topics for future episodes to the email address podcast@riderflex.com. Or drop us a voicemail at 888-964-5876, extension 710. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks so much for listening, folks, and have a great day.